Welcome, priestesses, to the meditation.
Welcome, priestesses,
to enter the temple,
the meditation,
Sulis,
to enter the temple of Kuda,
goddess of the hot spring,
and all the goddesses that
divinity
reside within there. This meditation,
the alchemy
is to
that
enter the
transforms.
temple and meet Rosmita,
taking a
woman
moment now
of the
to
land,
rest the bones of the
sovereignty,
body down,
horse,
to find
holder
some space
of our internal integrity and
rest
wisdom,
while we share
woman
this meditation
of many phases,
entering the temple and meeting
finding
Sulis,
a way
tending
now
your personal
to
fire,
become comfortable in the space that you're in,
settling down,
resting the bones of your body down, however
feeling the
feels
embrace of the earth
most
as your body
comfortable.
touches it.
And perhaps finding a way
Maybe
to
taking 3 breaths,
notice the
3
natural
sips
rhythm
of
of
air
your
in,
own body as it rests.
breathing out,
Taking
and
full
again.
3 breaths of air into the body and resting down. Being
resting
and
the
doing
body,
nothing.
breathing
Right
your
here,
natural
right
rhythm,
now. Welcoming
without
you
force.
home to your inner temple,
just
the
breathing
temple
as
of
it
your
is
belonging.
in this moment.
Finding a gentle
Being
rhythm
in
of the
this
breath
moment.
of you,
Where there's nothing to
your
do
own
and nowhere to
unique
go.
flow,
Welcoming home your body,
breathing in the body,
to its space of belonging in the
allowing
temple.
its wave-like
Welcoming
breath
home yourself to
gently
rest,
soothe and nourish
to being, to breathing,
remembering that each breath you breathe
moving into
is
a
a
more
love note
relaxed
to
state.
yourself,
Fully being in the center of you,
allowing the body to relax fully
remembering
into the
each breath
center
you
of your
breathe
being,
is a love note,
feeling the
to
parts
yourself.
of the body that are connected to the earth,
noticing the feet now connecting to the earth,
the back of the head, shoulders,
feeling that sense
spine,
of connection
back of the pelvis,
to the ground,
hips, backs
and
of
maybe
the legs,
calling in the wisdom of the earth, the
calves,
light of the earth,
heels,
this golden strand of light
the
which
soles
comes
of
from
the
deep
feet
within,
and the tip
and
of the
raising that up
toes,
into the space of the feet,
and the front of the shins and the knees,
feeling them
and the tops of the legs,
illuminated with light,
and the
golden
front
light,
of the pelvis,
radiant with light,
and the navel,
moving that into the calves, knees,
and the space
tops
of the heart,
legs,
the space of the heart of the
feeling
body,
them
and the
illuminated
shoulders,
with light, radiant
and the
with light,
elbows and the wrists,
into the
and the
space
palms of your
the
hands,
bowl of
and
the
the
pelvis,
tops
the
of your
cauldron
hands,
of
and
the
the very
pelvis,
tips of your fingers,
illuminated with
reaching
light,
to the throat,
radiant
the jaw,
with light,
and the top of the head,
and from the base
and
of the
inviting
spine
a little bit of
to the
rest into the
space
space of the
heart,
backs of the eyes,
cauldron
and the
of the
muscles
heart,
around the orbs of the
being
eyes,
radiant with light,
the tip of the nose,
illuminated with
and the
light,
upper lip and the lower lip,
radiant with light,
and the tongue, and
drawing
the jaw,
that light up through the back of the spine and
and the
into the
whole
top
of
of the
you
head
resting.
and past the throat, into the space of the
Whole
top
of
of the
you
head,
resting.
the cauldron at the top of the head,
And any noise on the inner ear,
feeling that
allow
illuminated
that
with
to be
light,
the sound of your breath or the beat of your
radiant
heart.
with light. Breathing that light up into the
Resting
body,
down in a space that is the right temperature just for
into
you.
the space of the body,
Not too warm,
into the
and
visceral
not too
part
cool.
of your body, your visceral body,
Perhaps finding yourself
illuminated with light,
in a glade now,
radiant with light.
A glade at the time of year that suits your body
Breathing
just
that
right.
in and resting
Or
the body
perhaps we're
down.
at the time of year
Radiant.
that you know
with
in your
light.
body.
Breathing in.
You walk down
And
the
breathing
glade and see a stream with tiny stepping stones, just the
allowing
right
that
size
light
for your feet.
to create a beautiful golden
And
egg
maybe there are 3
around the
stepping
body.
stones here, or maybe there are more. So choosing to cross
Holding
this stream
your space, keeping it safe,
and find yourself on the other side of the river,
and
the
returning
little
that light
stream.
back into the body, the visceral
Perhaps
body,
you may choose to remove your shoes to feel a slight
into the visceral body.
connectedness to the earth a little bit
Perhaps
more.
now
Maybe
you may
you want
find
to
yourself
feel the temperature of the ground beneath your feet as you
the
begin your
edge
journey to the temple
of a gentle stream
of your inner landscape, the temple of the goddesses
with a little
of these
bridge
lands.
that goes over.
As you walk along,
The water is
you
soft
notice the
and
temperature
gentle,
of the air
and the
on your
bridge
skin.
is strong.
And the
Perhaps you
illumination
choose now
of the
to
light above is comforting.
Remove your shoes so you can feel the earth under your feet. And you cross over the bridge, where you come to the edge of a glade of native trees. A familiar space, a space you know well, a path you know well, or you have come to know this place. You begin to enter this place of comfort and reassurance. Feeling the earth under your feet, you look down on the ground and see the roots of the trees all around. And you notice how you feel the resonance of the roots of the trees. And you walk through the woods and you notice the strength of the trees and the height of the trees. And the branches that reach up towards the sky above. And the time of day is exactly as you would like it to be. You breathe of the air of the time of year. And as you breathe in that air, you notice the temperature of the breeze on the skin of your body. It's just as you like it. You walk through, and there is the sound of the song of birds, your favorite birds, singing to your heart, singing your vocation, singing you into motion. You walk through this space. The rich smell of the season is around you and comforts you. The land is resonance and you are together. You come to the edge of this glade now and come to a clearing, a circle, a space that you know well. A circle of belonging, and in this space is your temple of the goddesses of the Cotswolds. This is your place of belonging, your heart a safe space protected by the strength and wisdom of these trees around you. You know them well. Around the temple, it's just as you imagined it would be. This is your temple of wisdom in the Cotswolds, of the goddesses of belonging. Maybe you notice flowers around the entrance. Maybe you wash your hands in a golden bowl before you enter. Whatever you would normally do as you enter into your temple of belonging. And as you enter into the temple, you walk into the space. The smells are familiar and comfortable. The light is perfect just for you, just how you know it will be. Maybe you notice the goddesses. They are all here. They all reside here. You take a look around the space, and the first one that you see is Sulis. Sulis of the hot spring, keeper of divination, of alchemy, of the waters of above and below. She of the hot springs, healing and pure. She of the wise ways of knowing, justice keeper, golden-faced, sacred one, nurturing, nourishing, life and justice, divination. You walk around the space, and next to Sulis stands Hecate, and to her we have Nematona, Ellen, Venus, Sabrina, the Matres, Rose Myrta, and in the center Kuda. And alongside that is the flame of your eternal goddess. You move to the center to tend your flame, your inner wisdom, your heart, your knowledge, your rootedness. And however feels best for you, you connect to that flame and tend to that wisdom. And when you are ready, you turn to Sulis and light a flame for her. Lighting a candle for Sulis in the temple this day. You stand before her and she sees you and you see her and you are her and she is you. All of the wisdoms of time and age and place in the cauldron of your understanding. You share time with Sulis. She speaks or gestures to you. Sulis. You give thanks and gratitude to Sulis this day. You honor her being and her landscape. You go back to your flame in the center. Tending that flame again. Giving gratitude and love, breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. You move towards the entrance of the temple, your temple. The smell, the rich smell of beauty in this space. The ground beneath your feet. The sounds, the feeling, and you turn and depart this space. Coming back into the circle of belonging and protected by the trees, safe space for you. You follow your path, the one that you have walked so many times before, this path illuminated for you. The sounds of the birds of the glade are around you. The smell of the trees and the earth at this time of year are present to your being. The ground feels connected and resonant beneath your feet as you move to the edge and reach the bridge, this old bridge of time. You cross over this little bridge and place your shoes back on, moving on to the space by the side of the stream and turning back, giving thanks and gratitude one last time. Breathing in and noticing your body resting on the ground in the space that you created for yourself to experience this meditation. You notice the temperature in the room, your body illuminated with light and deeply rooted in the earth, deeply connected to the present right here, right now, being in the right here, right now, feeling the parts of the body that are connected to the ground, feeling your toes on the ground, moving those toes and moving the arms and hands, reaching your arms perhaps above the head and breathing a big sigh. Moving the eyes to maybe a little bit more awake and noticing the space around you in your room and 3 objects that bring you joy in the presence, right here, right now, knowing that this day you are present to the space that you are in, the physical, visceral space of your living and breathing and being, the visceral body, right here, right now.